How can you remain steadfast in the midst of life's greatest trials? What does it truly mean to practice patience and strengthen your faith at the same time? In a world that constantly presents us with new challenges, steadfastness is more than just a means to endure hardships. It is one of the highest virtues in Islam. It calls us not only to remain calm during difficult times, but to strengthen our faith and trust in Allah in every situation. Steadfastness does not simply mean enduring tough times. It is about actively trusting Allah, knowing that everything we face is part of a divine plan. In life's most difficult moments, it is an opportunity for us to develop spiritually, not just as Muslims, but as human beings. Life's trials are not just challenges for our bodies, but for our hearts and minds as well. Steadfastness is the belief that Allah does not burden a soul beyond what it can bear, and that every test, no matter how difficult, is a step toward a greater purpose. True steadfastness is shown in the very first trial we face. It is the ability to keep a clear perspective amid chaos and place our trust in Allah. In this video, we share with you 15 powerful quotes about steadfastness from the hadiths of Prophet Muhammad and the writings of Islamic scholars, teaching us how to practice steadfastness in our daily lives and grow through our trials. Whoever shows patience will be rewarded by Allah. This quote reminds us that true steadfastness and patience come with a reward from Allah. In difficult times, it's important to stay calm and trust that Allah will reward us for our steadfastness. True steadfastness is shown not in easy times, but in the challenges of life. This quote highlights that steadfastness is tested most in difficult moments. True steadfastness means remaining firm even in tough times and not being shaken by trials. Steadfastness is half of faith. This quote shows us that steadfastness is a crucial part of faith. It is not just belief that strengthens us, but also the ability to remain firm and calm, even when we face trials. Faith is shown not only in prayer, but also in steadfastness during trials. This wisdom reminds us that true faith is not only seen in prayer, but especially in difficult moments when we practice steadfastness. Indeed, after hardship comes ease. A comforting reminder that after every difficulty comes ease. When we show steadfastness, Allah will grant us relief, even when we cannot see it in the moment. True steadfastness is the one shown in the first trial. True steadfastness is shown not after multiple hardships, but especially in the first challenge we face. It requires an immediate reaction of faith and trust in Allah. Endure difficulties with steadfastness and be thankful for what you have. Steadfastness means not only enduring hardships, but also recognizing the blessings that Allah has given us. Gratitude and steadfastness go hand in hand. Those who practice steadfastness will be strengthened in their faith, and their hearts will find peace. Through steadfastness, we deepen our faith and find inner peace. Life's trials make us stronger and help us develop a deeper connection with Allah. With every breath and every challenge you endure with steadfastness, your closeness to Allah grows. Every moment of steadfastness we practice brings us closer to Allah. It is not only enduring trials, but the way we accept and remain steadfast that strengthens our closeness to Allah. A steadfast person will not only be rewarded in times of hardship, but also in the quiet phases of life. Steadfastness is not only tested in times of crisis, it is a quality that helps us remain in alignment with faith, even in the calm and peaceful times of life. Whoever practices steadfastness will be rewarded with paradise. The greatest promise for those who remain steadfast is paradise. Steadfastness in this life is rewarded with the highest reward in the hereafter. True steadfastness is the ability to act with a good heart while waiting. Steadfastness means not only passively waiting, but actively acting with a positive and patient heart. Our steadfastness is shown in the way we act during life's trials. Every trial you overcome with steadfastness opens doors you never imagined. Steadfastness is the key that opens new doors. By going through the trials of life with steadfastness, Allah opens new doors for us that we could never have imagined. True steadfastness is the ability to remain calm inside, while everything outside is in turmoil. This quote describes true steadfastness as the ability to remain calm inside, even when external circumstances are chaotic. Our connection with Allah and our trust in Him allow us to stay calm amidst difficulties. And whoever shows steadfastness will not only be victorious over the trial, but will also be promised paradise. The greatest reward for steadfastness is paradise. Allah promises that those who remain steadfast will not only overcome the trials of this life, but will also be rewarded with eternal peace in paradise. Steadfastness is one of the most valuable virtues in Islam. These 15 quotes have shown us how important it is to remain steadfast in all moments of our life. May Allah help us stay steadfast in the trials of life and reward us with. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to discover more wisdom from Islam. What do you do when everything begins to crumble? When the ground beneath your feet gives way, plans fail, people leave you, and every door seems closed? There is a force, invisible, yet more powerful than any safeguard in this world. A force that begins where your own strength ends. A force that carries you when nothing else can. That force is Tawakkul, true trust in Allah. In a world that tries to convince us that everything is predictable, controllable, and manageable, Islam reminds us of a higher truth. Not your intellect, not your strength, not your wealth, but Allah is the provider, the planner, the controller of all things. This journey doesn't start in the mind. It starts in the heart. Tawakkul means letting go, without giving up. Moving forward, without knowing what lies around the next corner. Trusting, even though you see nothing, but believe everything. This video takes you on a journey through 15 powerful quotes that show how deep, practical, and beautiful Tawakkul truly is. Quotes that remind you that real trust is not a weakness, but the greatest form of strength. Are you ready to release your burden and realize that Allah has already been providing for you all along. Then begin now. If you truly rely upon Allah, He will provide for you just as He provides for the birds. They leave in the morning hungry and return full. Trust that your efforts will be rewarded by Allah, maybe not as you expect, but exactly as you need. This hadith reminds us, step out with trust, even when you don't know how your needs will be met. Allah will never let you return empty. Whoever relies upon Allah, then He is sufficient for him. When you place your full trust in Allah, you need nothing else. He is enough for you in every situation. Everything you seek is in His hands. Trust Him, and you will never be truly in need. I knew that my provision, rizq, would not miss me, so my heart remained at peace. True tranquility begins when you understand that what is destined for you will find you, no matter how far it may seem. No barrier, no person, no delay can prevent what Allah has written for you. Tawakkul does not mean abandoning the means, but using them with your heart tied to Allah. Tawakkul is not passive waiting. It's taking action while trusting in the outcome that Allah has decreed. You walk your path with effort, but your heart remains firmly rooted in Allah. If you have Allah, you need no one else. No worldly support is as dependable as trust in our Creator. True strength comes from knowing that Allah alone is enough. Tie your camel and rely upon Allah. Act with responsibility, but know that the outcome lies not in your hands, but with Allah. Tawakkul is to take the means, while placing full trust in the One who controls all means. The hearts find peace in the remembrance of Allah. Tawakkul begins in the heart, with the inner peace that only Allah can give. In the remembrance of Allah lies the only peace that truly lasts. Whoever puts their trust in Allah will always find a door where others only see a wall. When a path seems blocked, remember, Allah opens doors you could never have imagined. Faith makes a way where logic sees none. If your tawakkul were as it should be, Allah would provide for you as He provides for the birds. This provision is not passive. It begins with the wings of trust in motion. The first step in tawakkul is yours. The result is Allah's. Tawakkul is the bridge between the servant's powerlessness and Allah's omnipotence. When you feel powerless, remember, you are only one step of trust away from unimaginable support. Your weakness is not the end. It is the beginning of His help. Rely on Allah when you see nothing, for He sees everything. Even in the darkness of your worries, there is One who guides you, even when you don't yet see it. Your uncertainty is not uncertainty to Him. He has already planned the way. Do not rely on your plan. Rely on the One who knows all plans. Tawakkul means letting go of control and trusting in the perfect wisdom of Allah. Your strategy is limited. His knowledge is infinite. The world is but a shadow. Do not rely on what fades, but on the One who never fades. What seems certain today may vanish tomorrow, but Allah is eternal and faithful. Build your heart on what is eternal, not on what must vanish. Tawakkul is to act without worrying about the outcome. You give your best and leave the results to the All-Knowing. Your duty is effort. The outcome belongs to Allah. A heart that trusts in Allah does not fear what tomorrow may bring. With tawakkul, you find peace in uncertainty, because your tomorrow is already written by Allah. Those who trust in Allah walk through today without fear of what comes next. If you've stayed with us this far, then you've felt it. Tawakkul is not a retreat. It is a journey forward. It's not passive waiting, but courageous walking, with firm belief that Allah is paving the path ahead of you. The stories and quotes you heard today are not just words from a distant past. They are calls to your heart, reminders of who you are, whose servant you are, and who your provider is. Because trusting in Allah means you don't know how, but you know who. You may not see the way, but you know the one who created it, and in that lies your peace. So hold fast to your trust, not because you see the solution, but because you know the one who solves all things. May Allah fill our hearts with true tawakkul. May He grant us patience in hardship, calm in uncertainty, and strength in the storm. And may you never forget, whoever trusts in Allah is never alone. If you found benefit in this video, share it with someone who needs this reminder today. Subscribe for more Islamic wisdom, and let your heart continue to grow. What if what you're looking for has already been given to you, and you simply can't see it because you've forgotten how to be grateful? Gratitude, shukr in Arabic, is more than a pleasant emotion. It is a decision, a state of the heart, a way of living. Islam teaches us, those who are grateful do not become poorer. They become richer, not because their circumstances change, but because their perspective changes. Shukr doesn't begin with possession. It begins with recognizing that Allah has already given you so much. Your breath, your heart, your family, your faith. And the most beautiful part, Allah loves those who are grateful. He mentions them in the Quran. He elevates them. He promises them more. This video takes you on a journey through 15 powerful quotes from the Quran, the Hadith, and the wisdom of scholars. Quotes that remind your heart. Gratitude is not a reaction. It is an attitude, and it changes everything. Are you ready to rediscover the gift of shukr? If you are grateful, I will surely give you more. Gratitude is the key to increase. Complaining gets you nowhere, but thanking does. What you value today will multiply tomorrow, by Allah's grace. Look at those who have less than you, not those who have more. Constant comparison kills contentment. Gratitude begins by looking down in humility, not up in envy. Allah is pleased with the servant who, when he eats, thanks Him. Shukr isn't a grand ritual. Sometimes it's a heartfelt alhamdulillah after a meal. Small gratitude, big impact. Faith is two halves. One half is patience, and the other is gratitude. Shukr is not optional. It's a pillar of faith. A grateful heart is a full heart. Do you not see that Allah has subjected to you whatever is in the heavens and the earth? Shukr begins with awe. The more you recognize what Allah has given, the more you'll love what you have. Few of my servants are truly grateful. True gratitude is rare, which makes it precious. Be one of the few. Be different. Whoever does not thank people has not thanked Allah. Gratitude shows not only toward Allah, but also toward people. Say thank you more often, with words, with eyes, with actions. Shukr is not about saying much. It's about doing what Allah loves. Real gratitude isn't talk, it's lifestyle. Live your thankfulness. Show it through choices. When you wake up in the morning, say, Alhamdulillah, you've been gifted a new day. Shukr begins with the first breath of the morning. Every day is a new gift and a new reason to be thankful. A heart that gives thanks is a heart that sleeps peacefully. Grateful people are free inside. Count what you have, and you'll rest better than those chasing what they lack. The best form of shukr is using Allah's gift where He loves it to be used. Your time, strength, and wealth are all gifts. Use them sincerely. That's shukr in action. If you don't thank for the little, you will miss the great. Those who value the small will receive the big. Every sip of water can be shukr, if your heart sees what it means. Allah loves when His servant eats and thanks Him for it. Daily life is full of reasons to give thanks. Shukr turns habit into worship. Gratitude is like a light. Those who have it see more clearly. Shukr transforms how you see life. What you already have shines brighter when viewed with thanks. He who doesn't give thanks will always complain. And he who complains won't see what he truly has. Shukr heals your sight and your soul. Shukr is not just a virtue. It is a doorway to Allah. An invisible door, one that does not open through material wealth, but through a heart that is awake and aware. It is a bridge between your soul and His light, built from mindfulness, love, and sincere humility. A means to draw nearer to Him, not only in moments of abundance, but especially in times of trial. Because true gratitude does not begin when everything is perfect. It begins when the heart remembers Allah, even in the midst of difficulty. Whoever is grateful sees more, not just what they have, but who has given it to them. Whoever is grateful lives with greater awareness, recognizing that each breath is a gift, and whoever is grateful is beloved by Allah. For a thankful heart is one that never forgets its Lord. Maybe you don't have everything you want right now. Maybe you're waiting for change, for healing, for hope. But don't only look forward, look inward, because what you already have might be greater than what you're waiting for. And this is where shukr begins. Not with a focus on what's missing, but with a heart that treasures what is already there. With the awareness that you are being carried, that you are being provided for, that you are being seen by the one who never overlooks. Say, Alhamdulillah, for what has been, with all its ups and trials, for what is, with all its chances to grow, for what is to come, trusting that Allah always wills what is best for you. Because shukr heals, shukr empowers, shukr transforms. It turns pain into patience, fear into hope, the ordinary into something sacred. And if this video touched your heart, then share it with someone who needs to be reminded. True greatness does not begin with wealth, fame, or power. It begins with a grateful heart. Subscribe for more Islamic inspiration, and let your heart continue to grow. May Allah make us among those who give thanks, even when it's difficult. For those who are grateful, live closer to Allah and are never alone.